So here's a quick overview of my temporary pedal board. I say temporary because things are about to change, high likely expand. I know, what else is new? But this board was a trial, was a test to see whether I could build a rig that was amp-free, no amps involved, without compromising too much in tone. And so far I feel quite succeeded at that. So taking you through the sound chain, starting with the wireless, located underneath the expression pedal and the polytuner. This is a Sennheiser EW100G3. Not the most convenient box to have on your pedal board, but it's the only wireless that has not failed on me yet. From there we go to the Empress compressor, which is hands down the best compressor for guitar I've ever tried. It functions like compressors as I know them for recording. It has the attack, release, makeup, gain, whatever. It has all these features, but it also has the blend mode, a mix, and a lot of compressors have that, but most compressors that I've tried tend to choke the guitar sound. Now, if that's what you want, you can do that, but this one is by far the most transparent compressor I've ever heard. It comes with a bit of hiss, as every compressor I've tried. And from the Empress compressor we go to the full-tone OCD. Both the compressor and the OCD work at 18 volts. I'm not sure how much effect it has on the compressor because I've never tried it on 9 volt, but the OCD, the difference is massive. If you own an OCD and you can run it at 18 volts, I would really suggest you try that. From the OCD we go straight to the Timmy, and the Timmy is an interesting pedal because the bass and the treble, when you go clockwise, you're not adding bass and treble, you're cutting. And in theory that may seem like, okay, it's just the opposite, too easy. The reality is if you work the pedal, it takes a bit of time to get your head around it. The Timmy is very similar to the OCD in that regard that both of them, they're not the same drives, not at all. The Timmy is much cleaner, much rounder, much sweeter, but both pedals have this compression that if I dial back my volume, it cleans up and I don't lose too much volume, which I find very hard to find on pedals. From the Timmy we go straight to the volume pedal, which is straightforward volume pedal. It's just the Ernie Ball volume pedal, and with the extra tuner output that I have, I use that indeed to feed my tuner, and that way the tuner can be on at all times. And the output of the volume pedal goes to the Tech 21 Liverpool from Sans Amp, which is my amp. You can run it as a pedal with amps. You just turn the little switch off. Now you have to know that this is version 2. Version 1 does not have the switch of the speaker simulation. I have not tried the version 1, so I don't know whether it has a speaker simulation, and maybe it just has it and you can't turn it off, or maybe it doesn't have it at all. So that's something to find out. But version 2 has a speaker simulation built in, and that's basically the whole key behind working ampless. From the Tech 21 Liverpool I'm going to my Boss delay, the DD7, very little handy delay. I love the Boss delays because they're simple and they yet have great quality and sound. There's no full-on features of this or that, it just does a straightforward good job at what it does. You can use it as a filler, you can use it as a dotted delay, cascading all around the place. The DD7 is stereo, like the DD5 and many more of them before. It has a stereo input as well, but I'm coming from a so far mono chain, so this is where the mono chain changes into stereo. From the digital delay I go stereo out, stereo in into the Eventide space pedal, where I remain my stereo. The space pedal for now has been simply controlled by an expression pedal, which I set to one preset, and if I have the expression pedal on heel down, then there is no reverb. If I go toe all the way down, I get a load of reverb, it's almost a pad. From the space pedal I go to the Radial Pro D2. The reason I have a DI on my board is, well, there are several reasons. One of them is the connectivity. If I just show up without a DI, then the space pedal is the last one in my sound chain, and then I have to find a way to connect to the PA using jacks, while everything is XLR around the PA. The second reason is that DI has also a direct out from the DI straight to 2 amps. I just turned the Liverpool pedal off and it's a normal analog pedal rig.